everybody, this is Sheridan with East Valley Connect Live and Local, and today I am so excited to talk to Kimberly of the Tutor Doctor because we're going to talk about some really timely and important information to help support parents if they are working from home and their children are obviously learning from home during this temporary transition as well. So Kimberly, please tell us more about yourself and a little bit more about your company.
Hi, Sheridan. Thanks a lot, and hello, East Valley. So I have a tutoring agency which offers academic support from grade school through grad school, mostly here in the East Valley. So, prime cities that we target, Chandler, Mesa, Gilbert. We go all the way up into Scottsdale and Ahwatukee. So that's kind of our service area. We are very personal and very individualized in our approach. So that's a little bit about the business. And me personally, I am a mom of two. And as we'll talk about later, I'm sure I feel like I'm probably one of a lot of the people that are going to be watching the video. I'm working at home and my kids are learning from home.
And I love how when we were talking earlier about we were going to go live, you have such a unique outlook on this and in the information that you're providing us because you are in the demographic that a lot of people are going through right now where they are working from home and then they also have children learning from the home, trying to run your business or work from home, and then also make sure that you're giving your children adequate attention for their education. So please tell us a little bit more about what you're offering for the community, a little bit more about the different things that you guys are doing at Tutor Doctor. I know you mentioned a really cool Facebook group that you guys created.
Yeah. Well, actually, I think I'll start with how our business used to be. When you mentioned that we are a very personal business, we really are. Like, we start off with an in-person, way back in early March, we did an in-person consultation with all of our families before bringing them into the business so that we made sure we understood what their needs were, we understood what the children's challenges were. We had a really good sense of what does their work environment look like so that the tutoring sessions are productive. So that was, the old school way of doing things. And then when, the COVID-19 scare hit, we had to retract and say, okay, well, we're still going to be personal tutoring. We're not going to change our model because we have to be indoors. What are we going to do? So we still keep the one-to-one, but of course now we're doing it on platforms, like this. Zoom, Bramble is one that we use. It's proprietary. It's got a really cool whiteboard feature like many of the teachers are using with their families. So for all intents and purposes, it's really like a session, except, the tutor's not sitting right next to you. So that was one thing, of course, we had to get on board with immediately, was transitioning to an online tutoring method. So that was one. But then the other thing was what you already talked about is what parents are experiencing right now. There was a lot of uncertainty, lack of direction, and we're still in that for the most part. But there was this pause on where a lot of people's minds were. And I will say personally, I had to look and say, well, what does my own life look like right now? I don't know what's going to happen. I've got these kids that are right next to me and I still have a business to run. My number one role as a parent is to provide and make sure that they're healthy and they're fed. And then I have to look at their academics, right? And so I thought, boy, it took me a couple weeks, quite honestly, to get a schedule and get locations that made sense where I could still do webinars like this and I could get them running on their day and still make time to answer their questions. So what we did as a business, we incorporated our tutors. They have a resource group where we get, we can ask questions of them. They can ask questions of us as management. And then we put out some polls to the general community. So like the large Facebook groups, such as East Valley Connect, and said, parents, what are you experiencing right now? And how can we help? Like right now, you're not looking for tutoring necessarily. I'm not, I'm just looking to figure things out and how to get my job done.
Right.
And resoundingly, that's what we heard back. So we thought, well, let's just do something to help out. So we formed a parent resource group, which is called At Home Parent Resources. You can look it up on Facebook. We have our tutors on that page and then some of our staff as well. So parents can pose questions. They will be answered by an educator. If parents have found really helpful solutions, please post those. It's very interactive. It is a community resource group. So we all need support. We can vent sometimes, but we really want answers. So that's what we formed the parent resource group for. Just
that's awesome.
Bring us all together. Yeah. So that was really step one. And then we're going to do another poll after, as people are pretty much acquainted to doing the whole like online learning, at home working, we're going to resurvey the groups and figure out how can we offer something that's more targeted. So getting some feedback already that like a checklist of how to set up a workspace would be helpful. making
Oh,
sure
so smart.
parents are prepared for their day so that they do allot appropriate time to work, and then also take a break and help their kids as needed. So those are some of the things that we're doing to offer support back to the community.
That is awesome. And what I really love about your group, as you said, is that it is a resource where parents can go, they can join the group, they can ask questions, an educator will respond to their question and answer it for them. I think that that support is amazing, especially because it's bringing the community together virtually through Facebook. So it's wonderful that you guys are doing that. And then also, you guys, if they need, there's that great resource group, but if they need additional support, you guys are able to help then as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Like that group is really just for, kind of FAQs. How do I do this? Does anybody have any tips? But for parents, I mean, truly, like, I think I represent a lot of my own clients. When I'm busy and I'm working, I just don't have the time to stop. Like, hey, Sheridan, I need to pause our discussion right now. My child needs some help with algebra.
Right.
I can do that from time to time, but not right now. So for parents that know they need help, whether it's just with scheduling and making enough time so that their child can get help. So let's just be honest, like, take a little bit of it off your shoulders. You didn't ask to be an educator / worker / parent. It's okay to get some help. Even 30 minutes a couple of times a week, we can be really flexible now that our tutors don't have to drive across the valley. So just keep that in mind. It can be really short sessions. So that's one thing. And then also, again, about what's our knowledge base as parents. I don't know how many parents remember pre-calculus or biology, or can help their kids prepare for AP studies. If you can't be the teacher, that's okay. Again, just get some help. That's what our tutors do. The same expertise is still there. They will just operate virtually until it makes sense health-wise for us to be back in person.
I love that. That is awesome that you're helping parents and helping the community in that way. I think it's so funny that you said that too, because literally, like my friends and I joke all the time. I could not pass a standardized test anymore. Like if they asked me any algebra questions, I would be completely lost. So trying to teach that to other people would be extremely difficult. But that's awesome that you guys are offering that help and to our community and parents that do have children learning from home. And we'll comment below this video all of your company information, how they can reach out to you. And we can also comment below the Facebook resource group so that they can go and access that as well. Is there anything else that you want to share with us today in our group?
I'm going to say something on a personal note. Don't be too hard on yourselves. If you need help, ask for help and just do the best you can. Take lots of breaks, enjoy the sunshine. We are probably one of the luckiest states for us to be experiencing the shutdown because we can always go outside and recharge.
I love that. Yes, I love that. It is a beautiful day out today, so that's great. And thank you so much for sharing all your information.
Thank you so much for having me on. Thanks, Jordan.
Absolutely. Have a great rest of your day.
Bye.
Bye.